My lawyer called me at work and said, "Your wife just told police you beat her unconscious last night. There's a warrant out for you. Do not go home." I asked him what he was talking about. I'd spent the night in a hotel 400 miles away for a conference. 300 people had watched me give a keynote at 8 p.m. He said there was an emergency protective order, and I needed to surrender before officers showed up at my office. I drove to the station and saw Dana in the waiting area, an ice pack pressed to her cheekbone, a bruise blooming purple under her eye, surrounded by officers handing her water. The second she saw me, she flinched and cried, "That's him. That's the man who did this to me." Every head in the room turned and looked at me like I was garbage. She handed a detective a hospital report, photos of the bruising, a note about a possible fractured orbital bone. If they believed her, I'd lose my kids, my house, maybe my freedom. But something was wrong. The report was time-stamped 9:40 the night before. At 9:40, I was signing books in a hotel lobby in another state. Why would she pick a time I could prove I wasn't even in the same time zone? The judge granted the emergency order anyway. As Dana walked past me, she leaned in and whispered, "Should have agreed to sell the house when I asked nicely." That night, I sat in a cheap motel scrolling through videos of my son yelling, "Dad, watch this," off the diving board until my eyes burned. I couldn't stop thinking about that timestamp. The next morning, my boss shut his office door and wouldn't meet my eyes. We can't have someone facing an assault warrant in front of clients. Just like that, I was suspended. Then my sister called, her voice shaking. "How could you? I saw the pictures of her face. Don't call me again." I tried to tell her about the conference, the hundreds of witnesses, the live stream, but she'd already hung up. Everyone believed Dana. No job, no family, no kids. But I refused to let her win. I hired a real defense attorney and laid it all out. Hotel keycard logs, the recording of my keynote, the time-stamped photos from the event. "This doesn't add up," I said. He looked into it and called me back, sounding like a different man. "Come in, now." He slid the hospital report across his desk. "This injury was photographed at 9:40 p.m. You were on a stage, on video, at 9:40 p.m. Someone else was with her when this happened." Dana had a boyfriend she always brushed off as just a coworker. I dug into him and found out he wasn't a coworker at all. He was an ER tech at the exact hospital that filed her report. My lawyer subpoenaed the badge records. The boyfriend had clocked in that night and personally logged her intake. Then my lawyer leaned forward. "There's more. She listed the house and both retirement accounts for sale the same week she filed the report. She was planning to cash out and take the kids overseas to her mother's." When I walked into the courtroom, Dana was surrounded by friends telling her how strong she was. She saw me and started crying on cue, but the moment they looked away, she smirked and mouthed, "They're mine now." My lawyer stood. The room went silent and I could hear my own heartbeat. "You testified the assault happened at 9:40. Can you explain why the defendant appears on a live broadcast 400 miles away at that exact minute?" Dana laughed. "The times are always off. Hospitals make mistakes." My lawyer held up the keycard logs, then called the boyfriend to the stand. He walked up like a man heading to the gallows. I noticed a wedding ring on his finger. "Your badge logged you into that ER the night of the report. You processed her intake yourself. Perjury is a felony." The boyfriend looked at Dana, begging. She mouthed, "Don't." He broke anyway. "She had me photograph her after she hit herself with the bathroom door. She said it was the only way to get the house and leave the country." Dana slammed the table. "Shut up." My lawyer stepped closer. "So who assaulted you, ma'am?" The room held its breath. "Nobody," the boyfriend whispered. "She did it to herself." Dana shot out of her chair so hard it crashed backward. "You're ruining everything." Two bailiffs moved in as she shoved one away. The judge rose. "You are in contempt, and I am referring you for filing a false report and perjury." The rage drained from her face into something small and cornered. "Wait, I'm the victim. I'm the mother." They pulled her toward the door, and she twisted around to lock eyes with me. "This isn't how it was supposed to go. I got full custody that day."